This follow-up system that I'm about to break down booked 314 meetings in the last year. And that actually is not a lot of meetings in a given yearly basis. But number one, I just wanted to be fully transparent on the number that I'm about to show you. And number two, this is from outbound only process, okay? Right now, since it's been almost half a year that we transitioned the previous coaching offering into more of a done for you growth type of offer, the reality is that we're not even trying to book more appointments with more people. And the number could literally be twice or triple the amount that you're seeing right here. Again, I just wanted you to see that what I'm saying actually does work. And I just wanted to have something to back up. Again, but honestly, we don't even try to book more meetings just because nowadays, okay? That said, you can see here the actual proof, no bullshit. You can see the proof here, no bullshit. This is my actual account, you can see. And yeah, hopefully this makes you know that this actually works. Make sense? The reality here is the following, guys. The follow-up is what is going to take the most time of your appointment setting efforts, number one. And number two, the follow-up is the most important process. As a matter of fact, I just the other day made a video saying that if you have 100 hours to book appointments, 75 of those hours is going to be spent literally you just doing follow-ups. The other 25% is going to be spent having new conversations, who are your lowest hanging fruit, etc. Okay? And when it comes to following up, I like to differentiate the frequency from the effort and the mediums in which you can follow up with prospects, and ultimately how we can 10x the inputs to get more book calls in less time. And listen, I need you to stick till the end, because at the end is when I will be showing you the exact same memes, stickers, and messages that we send to book meetings, okay? I will not be holding anything back, but I need you to stick till the end. So let's continue with the video. So let's start one by one, and to make sure we're actually talking on the same notes. And the first thing that I want you guys to understand is when it comes to frequency, guys, if you have more leads than you have time, then you can do less follow-ups, okay? Because it doesn't matter to waste a little bit of, lead flow here and there for you to maximize or squeeze the most juice as possible from your prospecting efforts. But if you have less leads than you have time, then you want to actually squeeze more touch points per prospect so that you can actually, get more follow-ups done, essentially, okay? So when it comes to the frequency, guys, I like to do at minimum, it doesn't matter how many people you have in your pipeline, you want to do at least 4 follow-ups, okay? And listen, the first follower is always going to be 24 hours after the initial touch point. So again, first thing is always the initial touch point, okay? And then this means that 24 hours after, you're going to do the first follow-up. Then the second follow-up is going to be 48 hours after the previous one, okay? This is not 48 hours after the initial touch point. This is 24 hours after the first follow-up, okay? And the way you can actually track this super simple is by having a CRM. If you take a look at our CRM, look at this. Just a moment. By the way, I'm really enjoying ClickUp 3.0. Banger. If you are one of those Airtable or Asana guys, go to ClickUp. Literally the best platform, okay? We actually have a master CRM that we have for our Facebook group leads, for our Instagram leads, for our Twitter leads, etc. And if you take a look at these guys, of course, these are people who are older leads, and we take them out of the short-term follow-ups and we put them into a long-term nurturing sequence. But look at this. Let me go back. Okay. All of the days that you see here is when we gotta do follow-ups, and it's super simple. If this is colored in green, that means that we need to follow up to date, and if it's red, it means that we had to follow up someday in the past. Make sense? But let's say that we know that we need to follow up today, and then this is the first follow-up. Then 24 hours after, it will be the next follow-up. Then that day will turn green, and it means that the next follow-up, which is again like 48 hours later, is going to be like on Thursday. Of course, if it's during the weekend, I don't typically work on weekends, and anybody on my team works on weekends. But the point I'm trying to make is this: how you can track when to follow up with prospects really efficiently and really fast. Because the problem is that if you're keeping track of your leads who have not booked calls yet on a CRM, like a dedicated CRM, then you're just going to have so many leads that it's hard to keep track of everything, and inserting data is just way too hard. I prefer Google Sheets to have call their prospects who have not yet booked a call, and then via automation, once someone books a call, we can put them in the hot lead CRM where we can actually track sales activities. Make sense? Super simple. So 48 hours after the second follow-up, 48 hours after the third follow-up, and then 1 week after the fourth follow-up. Once this is done, there's 2 options. If you don't have that much lead flow, then you continue as much as necessary, if that's all you got. And if you actually don't book meetings but you have more than enough lead flow, then you just keep the long-term follow-ups, which is like once per week you go one by one reaching out to these people on a given basis. Okay, that's the process that we like to go around it. Now that we understand the frequency in which we're going to do follow-ups with our prospects, we need to understand the effort and the mediums. Okay, because the reality is that when it comes to following up, there is always the effort that it requires for you to book a meeting, and there's also the interest from your lead, okay? If somebody, for example, and of course this is going to depend on how you engage with your prospects and how your prospects find out about you, but let's think that, for example, you're getting most of your clients on a Facebook group. The moment that these people are going to have the most interest in whatever it is that got them into the group, like a free asset, or a lead magnet, simply finding out about you, whatever it may be, the moment that they join is when they have the most interest. And as time goes by, their interest might decline. Unless you, of course, start to do some sort of nurturing sequence via email or through content or whatever it might be. But the point I'm trying to make is that at the beginning, the faster you move, the more interest they have, which ultimately means that the less effort it requires on your end to book a meeting. And therefore, the more time goes by, the more effort it requires for you to book a meeting. Okay? So for example, what I like to do, and the way I teach my clients to actually go about following up, is the following. The first two follow-ups are always going to be via text, okay? And these are just like, hey, just bumping this up. Hey, just making sure this doesn't get buried in your inbox. Probably life got in the way. Hope that everything's well. Just bumping this up, whatever it may be, okay? The third follow-up is always going to be an audio, okay? And this audio can be pre-recorded, and all you gotta do is, for every prospect, you just have the pre-recorded audio, and you just press record like on your cell phone and play the audio. And that audio can be like, hey, it's Enrique here. Listen, I just noticed that we were talking a couple of days back, but it seems like the conversation stalled. Hopefully I didn't say anything wrong, haha. By the way, I have some trainings over there in the guide section. Do you mind if I ask a couple of questions to see which one might be the most helpful for you? Let me know. Speak soon. Bye. Boom. That's pretty much it. Then third option is, for the fourth follow-up, you're going to start sending memes, and this works phenomenally well, okay? And the way we like to go around this is, let me show you. There is this page called, well, I always search for meme generator. Okay, awesome. Now that we're here, what I typically like to do is search for the waiting skeleton. Boom. Look, this is the golden sauce. Like, if you do this, you're going to book so many meetings that it just, I mean, it's absurd. Like, you're going to actually hate me for not having time in your calendar, okay? Look at what you're going to say. You're going to say, me waiting for lead's name, personalized. Like, if let's say that I was your prospect. Boom. Me waiting for Enrique to answer my DMs. And what most people do is that they start to download the file, and then it's a fucking mess on all of the files that they have. What I do is that I'm going to screenshot only this part, and I go to the chat, and all I gotta do on the chat is drop the file. Boom. And super simple. Now, let's say that you have in your CRM that there is the next lead called, I don't know, let's say that the lead is called Elijah. Boom. New follow-up. You see how fast it is, guys? It's just ridiculously fast because you're just taking the screenshot. You're not downloading any file, but you're still going to be able to send it. Make sense? Super, super simple, but freaking powerful, okay? And then last resort at the end is going to be a video, okay? And that video is something similar like, hey, listen, I really don't want to be bothering you. If you're not cool chatting right now, no worries. I will leave a link to my YouTube channel so you can continue watching some videos over there. But regardless of that, hope that you're having a fantastic rest of your day and that everything's well. Speak soon. Bye. That's literally it, guys. And the reason why this works so well is because that's something that I learned in my days when I was doing a whole bunch of cold email. You always want to do something called like the breakup email. Instead of you eternally following up with prospects, you're going to simply let them know, hey, I will not be following up with you if you're not cool, but I want you to know that the doors are open in case that you want to contact me anytime in the future. And then 1-2 months from now, you can reach out again and say, hey, I just dropped a private training on something, etc. So it's more value-based, and that allows you to keep scaling and never have to actually delete people from your CRM. Make sense? That's the way we like to go around following up. Super, super simple. And then as a bonus, I will also link a video where I actually talk about the outreach automation tool that allows us essentially to do something like this. All I need to do is write the word FU1, boom, and I got this. You see, super, super simple. FU11, boom, I got another email. Sorry, I got another variation. FU1111, boom. Why is this so important? Because that means that I can now have at a team level simplicity and speed to actually shorten the different variations of a certain follow-up so that we can actually make sure that not only to have the same messages and see which messages tend to make more people reply or reply faster, but most importantly because it allows us to ultimately move faster and do more volume of follow-ups, okay? Because again, if you had to do 100 reach outs per week, 75 plus of those are going to be follow-ups, while 25 are going to be the new conversations. Make sense? And guys, this is literally the process that we used to follow up with prospects. This is what I used to do a lot back in the day when I really needed to book more and more meetings because I had just like the strict coaching model. And just so you guys have like some KPIs to work with and to start off your baseline with, 100 followers per day with people in the CRM. How do you get people on the CRM? By getting attention. How do you get attention? Via content, ads, or outbound, okay? Once somebody engages with you, replies positively to one of these vehicles, all you gotta do is add them to the CRM and start doing the follow-up process, okay? So guys, if you want access to these documents as well as the CRM or every single thing that I mentioned, go ahead and join my free Facebook group because that's where I get access to everything. If you're interested in partnering with us in a way that we can actually help you scale your company, make sure to go and visit the link in the description to know what it would look like. So without further ado, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.